and we do celebrate Women's Day. My name is Sheila, and of course with me is a very beautiful musician. Very, very beautiful, I could say. And
thank you.
She has two careers. She read her books, and then she went into music. So for a young girl child out there, if you think that reading is nothing, well, you are mistaken. You need to get out of your comfort zone and read books, and then have another career on the side. We all have different careers, but what makes you who you are is because you have to do education. And that's why we are looking at education as a very, very important thing on Women's Day. So darling, we're talking about your career now. We want to know your career, you as a woman. What do you think about your career? Are you comfortable in your career? We've seen very many men who are musicians out there. You want to go and do a collabo with them. Don't they, you know, box you and say, I want to collabo na ye? Don't you find such challenges in your career as a musician?
Actually, as an artist, as a musician, I find a lot of challenges, a lot of minimizing in the music industry, where people feel they want to do better than you. And since I'm a lady and I'm a solo artist, like I don't have management, they find it hard to work with you. They don't want to give you the platform. They want to keep shadowing you as a woman. And as myself, I don't decide to stay in the comfort zone or feel sorry about myself. I decide to go out there and do something. That's when I get to do research, get to keep finding myself and finding a way out. So to all the ladies who really feel sorry for themselves, that's not how a real woman should be. And actually, if you're a lady and you feel sorry about yourself, you shouldn't even celebrate yourself right now. You shouldn't.
They should just be home and sit.
Just go home and relax. And because in the new generation we're in, a woman is supposed to empower herself. A woman is supposed to aim for higher positions in life. Recently, we have seen women who head families, who even, should I say, those days it used to be the man has to be the heir. But now, women actually sign those papers.
Well, you've talked about that issue.
Yeah.
It brings me to a question. Those men out there, all those family members, when, let's say, in case my dad dies and I inherit his property, you'll see some family members who will come out and make a lot of noise. A guy is not supposed to inherit property. It's supposed to be for a man. What do you have to say about that?
What I can say about that, according to my own perspective on what I think a lady or anybody who is capable of handing over what they want as a family, because not everybody in the family thinks the same. And not everybody carries wealth the same way. Those days, they used to think a man is the only person who thinks for the family, which I think it is really wrong. You find families where the woman is the person taking care of everything. She's the person bringing in the food. She's the person, you know, even if you put yourself in any family's shoes, that's the person you're going to give your property. Because we're here to enlarge our families. We're here to enlarge wealth. So I think when it comes to taking over property or taking over being the heir of a family, it depends
on who should be.
It should actually be open to whoever they decide to be.
Isn't that what we're talking about, gender equality?
Yes. Okay. Actually, it is coming out right. Recently, I saw the law that says even a woman can inherit, which is really working for the women recent, and it's making them work harder and even go to school, because now you find a lady outshining men in class. Remember the days where women were not allowed to even eat chicken?
Oh yes, meat, fish.
Fish, you have to sit down. You don't have to sit where a man has to sit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to sit on the table when your husband is there. Would sit down on the mats. I remember those days. Those are parents.
You know, those things were not really good. And actually, a woman should celebrate herself every morning.
All right, now we do celebrate Women's Day. Now this is what I have to tell you briefly. Every day is a gift to you yourself as a woman. Today is just an extreme chance to say how much we love you and we do appreciate you. Now here at U24, we do celebrate Women's Day, and we want to thank all the women out there who've been doing a very incredible job. Now, of course, you can follow us, or you can follow this conversation on our X on our X, on our conversation, on U24 TV, that's our Facebook page, and then on X, which is former Twitter. Some of you who still call it Twitter. On X, just go at U24UG, follow us, and of course also on YouTube, we are streaming live and talking about women. You just go into your YouTube, check it out, U24 television, and then you'll get all the details of what we've been talking about, gender equality among women. And that's what we are advocating for, we as women. Every morning when I'm going to work, sometimes the people that work in factories, women walk. Okay. At the end of the day, these women are given 5,000 shillings. And some of them, just in case they have not worked for a week, they're not given that 5,000 shillings.
Yeah, I've heard
but you
that.
find these are women that have children, have, you know, husbands they're looking after. Some of them, the husbands are sick, they can't work. What do you really have to advocate about that?
Really, I have heard about that. I've read something about it. And I feel it is so wrong for women to be underpaid. I've noticed there are places where a woman is not paid like a man, yet they're doing the same work. What I can say, everybody should be paid according to the energy they put in. Recently, women do a lot of things. Because in logistics, you find a woman carrying a big box.
Wow.
A very big box, 20 kilograms. And she's going to be given around 3,000. And yet a man is going to carry the same box and he's going to be given around 10,000, which I feel is not equality at all.
Do you think this theme is worthy to be celebrated?
Yes, it has to be. Because as women, recently, women have been doing activities like men. They have really upped their game. Women have started going to school, have started joining different careers. Women are even running for president.
Yes, true.
Women are running for big positions, but at the same time, they have to come home and emotionally support families.
What makes you a strong woman?
What makes me a strong woman? That's a really strong question. Because honestly, my confidence makes me a strong woman, and always to feel happy in my skin and always putting a smile to my people makes me a strong woman. If I get home and I make my husband happy, even if he's stressed and he's looking forward to looking at me, that's really a strong woman perspective for myself.
What would be your last words to the woman watching us right now as we do celebrate Women's Day?
As we celebrate women, what I can say to women, women should stop competing with each other. They should really learn to work with each other. They should learn to uplift themselves. And women should learn to be inspired by themselves. Personally, before you want to be inspired by Beyonce, you want to be inspired by Michelle Obama, first inspire yourself. Love yourself. Go to school, read, make sure you develop yourself as a woman. Because every time you develop yourself as a woman, you've developed the whole nation, the whole world, because actually the world depends on women. So a woman out there should stop feeling small about themselves. They should up their game, develop themselves, and never feel comfortable doing small things for yourself. Make sure you're out there, you shine.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
I'm delighted to have hosted you throughout your careers, your two careers.
Happy to be here.
Logistics and being a musician, so you're worthy to be celebrated.
You too.
Happy Women's Day, my dear.
Happy
and
Women's
thank
Day,
you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're talking about Women's Day 2025, 8th of March. We do celebrate Women's Day, and of course Women's Day is not only celebrated in Uganda, but we do celebrate it all over the world. Now, a few things that have been happening in this country, we've been seeing how women have been treated, but our president came out and said, you know what, no. We need gender equality. And the gender equality he talked about is when we got a vice president who was a woman. But before that, we also had a vice president who was a woman, Dr. Specioza Wandera Kazwe was once a vice president. Here we are. We do have a vice president who is a woman, prime minister who is a woman, and of course the third deputy prime minister who is also a woman. So you can see, even in parliament, we do have the Speaker of Parliament, who is also a woman. So you can see how women are dominating this world and how women are taking over, places in different offices. We looked into justice, on how women can get justice. Do not sit down and let anyone discriminate you, or do not sit down and think that you are not worthy to be celebrated or you're not important. Walk into that office and you will get the job if you're a woman. Have confidence, as how our artist talked about. Let's have confidence. Let's love ourselves. If you have confidence and you love yourself, trust me, you will get what you want. So we do celebrate Women's Day every single year. And of course, some men were complaining, why are we celebrating women every day, every day, every day? Yes, because we're worthy to be celebrated. And one asked me, but you people have Mother's Day. Isn't that enough to be celebrated? Well, it is not enough to be celebrated. Mother's Day is Mother's Day and Women's Day is Women's Day, because Women's Day, we look at those women that have done a lot in the society. The celebrations are still going on in Chankwanzi. That's where today we decided to celebrate Women's Day from. And of course, the guest of honor is His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And of course, Mama Janet is beside him there as we do celebrate Women's Day. Very many women are going to be awarded today. On the 8th of March, they'll be awarded medals because of what they have done in societies. We hope to see the list, and the list is growing bigger and bigger. We don't only look into politics, but we look into other sectors. So those are the kind of women that we need to celebrate. We do close today's show with a very beautiful piece of music from a lady still. Since we're celebrating Women's Day, we only want to play music from ladies because it is their day. So we need to make sure we give them what they can. To all the women out there, all I can tell you, stand up, have your rights. Do not be discriminated. Fight for your rights because you're a woman and you're worthy to be celebrated. If you've not been celebrated, do not worry. We are here, U24, to celebrate you. And we're here to play for you some beautiful music from women. So you are worthy to be celebrated from us. But you can still continue to follow us onto our social media pages, which is U24 Television, which is on Facebook. And of course, also on YouTube, which is U24 Television. On X as well, we are there at U24 UG. So just follow us and let's talk about this conversation. This whole month we're celebrating women. What do you think about celebrating women? Do you think we can celebrate women, or do you think the themes that we come up with are worthy to be celebrated? Thank you so much for being part of this show. We leave you in the beautiful hands of other people who are coming to do the normal programming, but we are still celebrating Women's Day. Have a very, very good afternoon. We'll do this and next time. God bless you.